Here, just shows you how much the league changes from year to year. Favre, Vernon Davis, Sean Green, Matt Schaub, Ray Rice, Calvin Johnson, guys that just did nothing this week and are really not doing a whole lot this year. So hopefully, for both of your sakes, that they'll start doing better. Now, Danielle, little known fact, I looked this up a little while ago. Danielle actually has the highest winning percentage in the history of the JFL, in this being our 4th year. However, Danielle's always come on strong in the beginning, actually went undefeated for quite some time in a couple of years, and then lost a little bit of steam at the end. Now, Danielle, you're starting off this year 1-2.
Yeah. Not
the best showing. Do you think maybe your luck's going to be reversed? Do you think you're going to start off slow and then pick up speed as the year goes on?
You know, I hope so, Kamish. I'm telling you, I'm trying something new this year, and instead of being, on the top and going through and, and being very excited about that, it's been tough. I do not like to lose. You know that better than anybody. I get crazy with fantasy. So I think it's time to, try something new, and we'll see if this works out for me. I think it might. I don't know. I feel good about my team. The old man is getting benched. He's off. He's off the double TDs. He's gone. See you later, him and his ankle. So we're going to see what happens. I wouldn't mind hooking up with Mr. Vic, but I don't think that the commission's going to allow that to happen.
Maybe we can talk trade. Maybe we can talk trade. We'll see. But don't count Danielle out yet. She's been too successful over the course of this league in order to count her out right now. So with Danielle being my special guest here, I would like her to give me a little bit of help this week with next week's predictions. So first up, I do want to talk about the most anticipated matchup, the Battle of the Undefeated,
yes.
The only 2 undefeated teams we have left. And it's myself, the Commish, the Drew Crew, versus Fuji's Angry Dragons. Now, I would like to say that the 2 best versions of the teams are going to be getting together, but it's simply not true. Danielle, do you notice a couple glaring omissions on Fuji's team?
Yeah, I was actually really looking forward to watching this matchup. I think it was going to be, I thought it was going to be pretty interesting to see this happen, but unfortunately for Fuji, sorry buddy, I love you. You got some bye weeks happening, and Drew's still stacked. So I just don't know how you're going to pull this off. It's going to take some creative thinking in your lineup, but who knows what's going to happen. But it's time to get on there and really figure it out, because Drew's going to roll this Michael Vick thing, and, the rest of his guys. I mean, he's going to roll this right forward. So,
Yeah.
Let's see what you can do.
Right now, and I'm sure there's going to be some changes. Right now, it's showing the prediction, 96 points for me, 59 for Fuji. Now, that's obviously with 3 people not starting. AP, Miles Austin, and the Vikings defense all on a bye. So they'll be replaced. But let's call the over-under on this 10 points in favor of me. Do you think Fuji can get within 10?
Absolutely. I think Fuji's going to... I think it's going to be a close game. I really do. And I think Fuji knows... He's been playing fantasy long enough to know how to fix that lineup. So I think he'll fix it. But I got to say, right now, the commish scares me. So, and he just made me dinner, and I'm not about to throw him under the bus. So
it was quite a delicious chicken parm with some vodka sauce. You guys are really messing up by not eating at Casa de Medway.
Casa de Medway is like Disney World.
So let's see. Let's take a look at the next one we have. That's a very interesting matchup. We have Team Punishment, Chris Rabideau versus the Jersey Shore Grenades, Kevin, one of the former champs here. Chris is favored 100-96. I like Chris's team this year. I really do. But Kevin kind of proved me wrong. I wasn't a big fan of his team at first, but I got to tell you, they're getting it done.
Yeah.
Kevin knows what he's doing year in, year out. He's one of the best drafters in this league. So,
and he does it without a magazine.
He does it without a magazine, right off the top of the head. It's unbelievable. So take a look. What do you think about this?
Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Well, look, Chris Johnson, Roddy White, Brandon Marshall, money. I don't know how you go wrong with any of that. So he's looking pretty good.
Brandon Marshall against that Patriots secondary.
But on the flip of that, the Pats get it done against Miami, and I'm not convinced that he's going to have a game like he had next week. But then looking at Chris, Aaron Rodgers, against Detroit, hello, I'll take that matchup. You want to trade for Aaron, Chris? And Deshaun Jackson, I have him in my other league. I swear to God, I'm riding him right to the Super Bowl, because he's gonna be it's gonna be pretty interesting.
Sexual innuendo in the Drew Report. Unbelievable. All right, so this is basically predicted to be an even game. Put the gun to your head. Who do you pick?
I'm taking Chris. I'm taking
Chris.
Punishment.
There it is. All right, so let's see. Who do we have up next? Let's see who's Danielle playing? Oh,
Ooh.
a battle of roommates and first cousins. Danielle going against Dave Bowman, the Lizard Kings.
Oh boy!
It looks like right now Dave is favored 98-91 over you, Danielle. Now I won't make you choose your own game. We'll try to get it a little bit more, but let's see what we have here. Obvious advantage, Tom Brady over Kyle Orton, but Tom Brady is playing in Miami. Tom Brady's always struggled in Miami, and for no reason whatsoever. It's usually not against a good Miami defense, but for some reason he has trouble down there. But I still think he's going to put up a good score. I think he's going to do it for him. Steven Jackson, Danielle, you have going against Seattle. Seattle's a much better team this year, but I still think Steven Jackson's going to do decent. Randy Moss will get a score. Dave, Michael Turner's going against that lousy San Francisco defense. I think that you guys are both going to make a game of it. I think from here, it looks like you're both going to get some decent points. You get Sean Green going against Buffalo, but I'll probably guess Dave in a 3 or 4 point game. But it's really a toss up. So let's see, who else do we have here? Who's the next game up? We haven't talked about yet. Oh, how about Dave McNeil, your roommate, versus EP. Is this the week that Dave McNeil finally gets the monkey off his back and pulls out a win against a pretty scary EP team?
Yeah, I think McNeil's going to be really unhappy about that roommate loss. So yes, I think that Dave is going to listen, but he's playing EP, and that's not a give me because EP is no joke. I mean, he's got a lot happening on his team right now. Although there's some projections here that are a little bit, they're pretty suspect. I mean, I don't know, D'Angelo Williams, 15 points. Carolina could not be any worse. I mean, they might be the worst team in the league. They're just absolutely terrible. Facing New Orleans, I just don't see that happening. So it's going to be an interesting battle. I mean, Ray Rice needs to step up for McNeil, or seriously, McNeil's going to break my TV. So it's his
But
TV.
you know what? Ray Rice is going up against that Pittsburgh defense that's scoring 7,000 points for Jay every week. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like McNeil just can't catch a break. I mean, he's got these great guys, and they're not getting it done when they need to. And then when you think you're going to get something, look, Matt Schaub, he had a fluke last week. He's going to get something done, and he's playing Oakland. I mean, that's going to be good. I'd like to see McNeil win because Wadizav's getting a little tense. So I think McNeil and I both need to pull out some wins in JFL.
I do think that McNeil's going to end up being a factor in the league. I just don't think it's going to happen for him this week. Yeah. Have to go with EP on that one. Now, the last prediction of the week, Jigga versus Tommy. Now, Jay is favored by an astounding 105-74 in this. Is favored by about 30 points. And I'm taking a look here and finding out why. I wonder. Right now it tells him that Pittsburgh is going to get 6 points. Against that Baltimore offense, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Jay's looking at another 15 or so point thing from there. Pierre Thomas says it's going to get 18 points against the Carolina defense, and that absolutely will happen. Maurice Jones-Drew, actually, I don't think he's going to do anything against Indianapolis.
Yeah, 17 points is a very high projection, Commissioner. I just don't think that that's going to happen.
Drew Brees is going to completely destroy Carolina for Tommy. So this is going to be interesting. There's a lot. He has a couple of people. There's Marcus Colson going from New Orleans too. This should be interesting. Cedric Benson, I think, is just going to completely just beat up on Cleveland. Rob Gronkowski, he'll probably grab a touchdown against Miami. And even Tommy has a couple buys for people he can make some changes.
Yeah.
And the Jets defense is going to eat up that lousy Buffalo team. So I'm going to call this one a pick'em. I can't really predict who's going to go. Are you going to take a chance on one?
You know what? I think I will take a chance. Jay beat me already this season, so I'd like to see him go down. And Touchdown Tommy has a really cool team name, so I think it's time. I think Tommy knows his season is getting a little suspect, so it's time for him to make some decisions and get in there, T. It's time. Step back up.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. We had a nice long Drew report today. Went over a lot of stuff in detail. I had myself a guest. So with that, I'll see everybody next week on
The Drew Report.